Boom! Chicken, gyros, sheet meat. Take that, parchment paper. Hello, and today we are trying the viral sheet meat. Yes, you heard it correctly. I said sheet meat. Hey warriors, what's shaking? What's happening? What's up? Hello, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make the viral sheet meat. And we're also going to do some non-bread, flatbread-ish kind of things. So, first, you will need whatever meat that you want to use. Whatever it is, make it ground meat. I'm using ground chicken, 2 pounds of ground chicken. You can use ground beef, ground lamb, whatever ground meat that you would prefer. So what we're gonna do, we're going to take our meat, throw it into the processor. Into the processor we go. We have our meat in the processor. The next thing you want to do is add 1 or 2 onions. If you like onions, put 2 in. If you don't like onions that well, just put 1 in. I'm going to process this meat real quick. Okay, it's not processing very well. So, this is probably going to be a fail. Let's just throw in 2 onions. 2. Oh, that might work. We'll put 1.5 in. And then we're going to process it. All right, well, here we go. So this is what we ended up with. My phone, miraculously, somehow, is again out of storage. So we're on the Mister's phone. And so after adding the onions and processing it all and stuff, just let me tell you that if you're gonna do this, you need a giant processor, or just use 1 pound. Both pounds will not fit in your processor along with the onions. So with that being said, I split them into blah, blah, blah. And in one, I added salt, pepper, paprika, cumin, red pepper flakes, and a healthy dollop of Greek yogurt. And then I blended it. So I am going to put 1 big glob of this. All right, so we're going to do that. That doesn't look like enough for this big sheet. We're gonna do that, and we're just gonna leave it at that. All right, and then I'll be back to show you what the next step is. So the next step is you wanna roll this bad boy out till it's really super flat. And when I get that done, I will be right back. All right, let me just say that it's a lie. The sheet meat, this doesn't work. So don't try it. I'm gonna save everybody the hassle. Don't do it. For your own sanity, do not do it, because it sticks to the parchment paper. Okay, y'all. So this is what we came up with. So I'm gonna put it on 2 pieces of nonstick foil. The nonstick is touching the chicken. And then I'm gonna roll it up. And then we're gonna see how it turns out. Until then, wish us luck. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Spreading it out like this. This isn't going to be as thin as the first one, but I wasn't going to make another roll for just, you know, like a 1/2 cup of chicken. So we're just doing it this way. This is what it's gonna be, and I will show you what happens when it's done. Alrighty, both chicken. That one's a little bit flatter than that one, but it'll hopefully work. Oh my gosh, cross your fingers. All right, so this is the non-bread ingredients. I'm making a double batch. So we have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of plain Greek yogurt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder and a half a teaspoon salt. So we're gonna mix all this together, divide it into 12 pieces, roll it to 6 inches in diameter, and then heat a pan and then throw them in and make them. So I will show that once I get this combined. All right, here we are. Little sticky, added flour. Before that, I had to add more Greek yogurt. We might be at the consistency we need. We may not, but here we are. We're going to separate it and then we're gonna try and make it. So I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, no oil, just a hot pan. You want to section your naan. Section them. Then you want to flour your surface. Then you want to take it and just go round and round and round until you get to your desired diameter. Keep your surface floured. Keep your rolling pin floured. I forgot to tell you, I also put garlic powder and parsley just to dress up the naans a little bit. And just roll, roll, flip, roll. Roll. Prime example of why you need to keep your surface floured. Roll it out, roll it out. 6 inches in diameter is what we're going for. Looks good to me. Then we're going to put it on parchment paper. We're gonna flip that one. All right. So, I'm a resilient kind of person. Nothing's gonna get me down, usually. And because the parchment didn't work, that doesn't mean that the foil wasn't gonna work. Introducing chicken sheet meat. This is amazing. So, if you want to try, oh my gosh, boom! Chicken, gyros, sheet meat. Take that, parchment paper. Ain't getting me down. All right, even in foil, parchment paper looked like it was sucking the juice, all the juices out of the chicken. And then we have that, but look at that. Look at all that shiny juice still left in there. Oh. And I guess if you wanted to put some color on it, you could put it back in the oven just like this, but I don't really care. We're hungry, we're gonna chow. All right, let me show you. Look how easily, this is amazing. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that I was able to pull it off still because the stupid parchment paper didn't work. So I'm gonna take a bite. Oh yeah, that's gonna be delicious on these pitas that we made. All right, here we go. That's the cut up chicken. We're just gonna, you can see the chunks of onion right there. Meat. All right, and then I'm going to put some tomato on there. Then we're going to put one. One is the lonely. Okay. So we're gonna put that on there. And some onions. And there we have it. Look at that. Well, I need my sauce, but yeah, look at that. All right, there's dinner. I have 2 sauces. That's a tahini sauce. That's a tzatziki without cucumbers. And then we put feta on there, and that's the sandwich. That's dinner, everybody. Stay safe, be kind, love with everything you have, and I will see you in my next video. There's the sauce. Oh, it's delicious with the other sauce, but here's the tahini sauce. Oh, so good.